welcome to Dhole Whip Bites, and this is going to be a long episode because...
What episode is this?
This is the third episode.
Yeah, it's the third episode, and we're going to have a really good time. What?
Don't talk like that. That's
Sometimes I just do.
just...
Erica, what we told the folk recently is that we were going to be talking about a trip that we recently took.
Yes.
Recently. That's the right way to say that word. So tell them a little bit, just like an overview of where we went.
Well, we went to Monterey, Redwoods, and Disneyland.
And how long was the trip altogether?
Like 2 weeks?
Something like that.
Yeah, it was a long time. And
So it was really the greatest trip ever because we went to our three favorite places in the world.
can you not talk?
Okay.
What? I don't have anything.
You tell me. Hey, would you stop talking so I can talk? I don't have anything to say. What are you doing? All right, so tell them. We want to focus mainly on the Disneyland part. So the Disneyland part was a surprise. We didn't know before we left on the trip. We didn't know that we were going to go to Disneyland.
No, it was a surprise because we thought that we weren't going to go this year at all. Well, we were going to go in like September or something, but then they surprised us and were like, we're going to Disneyland before that. So.
Right, and then so we left the Redwoods, which is up north toward Eureka, almost in the northernmost part of the state. The most glorious place you could go, I'd say.
So pretty. Like, I could not stop taking pictures. It was so pretty and just beautiful.
And these aren't to be confused with Sequoia redwoods, which you find in like Sequoia National Park near Yosemite. These are coastal redwoods. Totally different vibe.
Dad takes Northern California very seriously.
Well, yeah, it's the best.
So if you're like, we live in Southern California, I will hurt you.
So we were up there. Don't make me hurt you. My singing. Okay. So anyways, we were up there and we drove to Anaheim all the way from up there, which is about I think it was a 12-hour drive. 10 hour. No, not even that.
No, it was like...
Because it was 12 to back to San Diego where we live. And so I think it was, 10 hours. Anyways, doesn't matter. We got to Disneyland, we got to Anaheim on Tuesday evening. Pretty late. I don't know. How late was it? It was like 10 o'clock?
12 o'clock. I looked
12 o'clock.
before we went there.
And where did we stay?
And the glorious, most best hotel, Candy Cane Inn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Next day. Okay, so tell about the trip itself.
Well,
We noticed a lot of new things.
We did. Over. When we first got there, it was amazing because the ferry guy is there. And if you have... What?
So you have to explain where you're talking about. Because the ferry guy, we were talking about Disneyland, so it sounds like you're saying that Tinkerbell's now a ferry guy. I don't think that's what you mean.
New character in the movie. No, at Candy Cane Inn, can I not talk? The Candy Cane Inn, when we got there, they have a breakfast there, and if you've never been to Candy Cane Inn, you need to go. But they have this ferry guy that has tons and tons of lanyards, and all of them are fairies. They're all pins, and he's the sweetest guy. I got a picture with him, and he's just so nice, and he's been there since we started going to Candy Cane Inn. So anyway, let's talk about Disneyland. Disneyland, when we first got in the park, we were like so happy and everything. So the first ride we went on was...
I don't remember, but tell them about the castle.
Alice.
Oh, yeah. But the castle was the coolest. Remember? That was the first thing we
Because
really noticed.
it's the 60th anniversary, and everything's like, what was it? Gold?
Gold to blue.
We are currently at Disneyland.
I don't know. Gold and blue.
Gold,
and
silver, and blue. And so it's
No, it's silver. I think it's the silver.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like gold or something.
Gold.
But it was either silver or gold and blue.
Silver and gold. Silver. Does anybody know where that song's from? If you do, tell us on Facebook. You know where it's from. Do you know where it's from?
I know where it's from.
All right, keep going.
Okay. Anyway, so it's decorated for the 60th anniversary, and it was so pretty. They had the castle all decked out with decorations, and the park itself had a lot of different colors and stuff. But then the first ride we went over to was Alice, and usually we can't get in line for Alice because the line is so long. It was only like 10. Stop making that face. It was only like 10 minutes.
It was pretty short. The whole day was very, very low attendance, which was awesome. What are you looking at me like that for?
It had like screen work, I guess that's what you would call it, because you go where all the teapots and everything, where they're singing with the Mad Hatter, and it had all these teapots and stuff, and it had steam out of them and stuff. It was really cool. So they added like a screen effect.
What was the other thing we saw? After we went on Alice, and then we saw something else that was new.
Didn't we go to Haunted Mansion or something?
Yeah, we knew about the updates to Haunted Mansion, but there was something else. Matterhorn's still down. Well, they've made a couple changes. Remember last time we were there, we were like, oh, they added this and that. And that and this and this and that and that thing. And over there, look.
I don't remember.
So, what else stood out to you on this trip? What was the thing, what was the takeaway from this trip?
Probably, I think the castle was probably the best, because everything, like, you know, where the like flowers are and the pots of flowers, they had that all decorated.
I thought you were gonna say something like, you know, spending time with my family or something like that, but just the castle.
Not that nice.
Now, in the old days when we go to Disneyland, we would go like 2 to 3 times a year, but we'd make longer trips. It was a big deal. Now we go to Disneyland more often, but for a shorter amount of time. Which did you like more and why?
Dude, he's leaving me because he doesn't. Okay. I don't know. It's both, because I remember, I think, being in Northern California, I remember taking trips, and they were like a lot more, because they would surprise us a lot because we wouldn't go there as often. But now I think it's more like, we're going to Disneyland for the day, or do you want to eat at downtown Disney? Because it's more, we can go there, and it's like a 1-hour drive, which is like when we were up in Northern California, it was like 5 hours. So we would have to take, make a big trip out of it and everything. So I don't know, I probably like being surprised. I love being surprised and everything, but they're both nice. One thing I do want to talk about is you guys.
Give me this thing.
Because
I'm back. Well, so you've started asking. Well, I have been. Have you done any on Facebook?
Yeah.
I think. Oh, okay. Well, let's see.
Anyway,
Whoa, you're yelling in my ear. Oh, gosh. Okay, so let's see. Nobody's asking any questions yet.
Okay.
What the heck? What's wrong with you people? If we ask a question on Facebook, by the way, you can still go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/Dhole Whips and Dark Rides. If you're on our Facebook and we ask a question and you don't answer it,
You're not our fan.
well, it hurts my heart. I'm offended. I'm hurt. It's unkind. I don't know how to respond to it. Wow. What is this? One like? That was it? I said, getting ready to record episode 3 of Dhole Whips, whatever this show's called, with my daughter Erica. What's the single greatest steal question we should try to answer? One like? What is that? And then I asked a question like this. Where was it? If you could only do one ride from either park all day.
That was 19
yes,
comments.
19 comments. What is this, people?
Okay, anyway, for the first episode, you guys are really sweet, because I have never had like when I did YouTube, I was like, oh cool, like people are actually watching this and they're responding, so they're like talking to me, and this is really cool. You guys like seem like so nice and everything, but I don't know if that's how you guys are in person. But anyway, let's do, Dad, wait, you have to answer this question really quick.
You gotta read off their names too.
Okay, so Stephanie Ozen?
We always pronounce
I don't
names
know.
wrong because we don't know how to say
We don't know. Okay, Stephanie Ozen. But here's a question for you. What are all of your favorite rides in each park? Does your family prefer Disneyland, or are there some members who prefer DCA? This is no.
Oh.
No, Stephanie Ozen or whatever.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna answer it.
Yes.
Oh, she was asking us.
Dad.
Oh, that's Stephanie. Okay.
I really am happy because you seem really nice, but
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Stephanie's not. We've had her on the show a lot in the past. And Stephanie, I tell you what, I don't know much about Stephanie. I do, actually. She's been a long-time listener. Stephanie Ozine. That's how we used to pronounce your name, right? Stephanie's been a long-time listener. By the way, we only have 3 episodes of this new show, but when Erin and I did our shows, she was a long-time listener. She used to TP our podcasting bunker. She would come by and digitally TP it. She would throw eggs at us in the store.
Oh, this is... Okay, I don't like you now. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. But this is a really good question. Dad, you have to answer it really quick. Whenever we get there, first we always go to Disneyland. We don't go to DCA first. But DCA is amazing. I love that, but I think it's better to go to like after. Here, read it.
Okay, so Stephanie Ozine asked, where did she ask a question? Oh, here's a question for you. What are all of your favorite rides in each park? Good Lord, Stephanie, that's a whole show itself. Does your family prefer Disneyland, or are there some members who prefer DCA? I don't think anybody in the family prefers DCA more than Disneyland. But, well, hold on. Now, Erica here, her favorite ride of both parks, just favorite ride altogether, is Tower of Terror.
Oh, I could do that. That's the question that I asked in what ride.
You asked, what is my favorite ride?
No, what ride could I do all day, or
But that's what I just said.
could you guys do all day? I'm getting mixed up. And I asked that a few weeks ago or whatever. And if I answered that, that would be Tower of Terror. I could do that for however long. That is
1 minute.
favorite
That's how long you've got.
ride in the whole world.
I would say that, let's see, what are your favorite rides? My favorite ride, of course, is Matterhorn. Everyone knows that. Matterhorn is the best. It is the most... We should do an episode just on Matterhorn, and I'll explain why Matterhorn is the best ride. It's not even a preference thing. It is the best attraction.
That's nice.
What?
Sorry.
It's nice?
No, I really like Matterhorn, but Malachi has been so into Matterhorn that my little brother, Malachi is my brother, and he loves Matterhorn, that every time we go, he wants to do that, and that's all he wants to do. I've done it so many times that I think it's more hey, I did it last time 50 times, I don't want to do it again. But I love Matterhorn. But that is a really good question, because I answered it. But I think every time we go to Disneyland, we first always go to Disneyland. We don't go to DCA, but I think it's always afternoon is the best time to go. That's what we always do and stuff. So I don't think we have any more questions. You guys ask us questions. Darren Walsh, I think that's how you pronounce his name. I love this comment because you're just really nice. I like you guys a lot. Cinderella Ride, thank you. Imagineers, are you listening? Hello. I love that. They need to be listening. But all of you guys are so great and nice. Great to have you back. I've subscribed to you on YouTube, Larry Dilly. A topic. Okay. A topic that I have for today is let's think.
Hold on. This doesn't seem very thought out. A topic that I have for today is... let's see. Are you thinking of this right now?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Then
Okay. Our pet peeves of Disneyland.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Okay, so Dad already said one. What was yours?
Mine. Well, you have to remind me. What was mine?
People that come into the park.
Oh yeah. Okay. So this is a big deal. If you're coming to Disneyland, you have to dress appropriately. And by that, I mean don't wear outsiders' t-shirts and hats and that sort of thing. Yeah, no Nickelodeon or SpongeBob. What is that? You need to respect the Disney brand when you're inside Disneyland. So that drives me crazy.
What is that?
What?
That's how you said it.
Yeah.
What is this? You take this very seriously. What was mine? Because I had a good one, but I
thought yours was something to do with lines.
Oh, yes. So if you are in line, if a person moves up, you have to move up. Make as much.
Why are you being so mean to the people?
Because don't do this. This is like people should get tickets.
Yeah, these people don't do this. Why are you yelling at them? Why are you yelling at everybody?
Well, what if someone
does? So
okay.
angry? Why are you mad at me?
This is what ticks me off. If a person, so you're in line.
I'm not.
Stop. If a person's in line and everyone's like in line, and the person and not in front of you, but in front of that person that's in front of you. This is confusing. But if a person moves up in line and you don't move up, what are you thinking? People are in line so they can go on the ride, not to sit in line. So if you are standing and a person moves up, you have to move up. Don't stay there. I want to push the sounds really mean.
Violent show. You talked a lot about pushing and hitting people.
Well, this is pet peeve. When you are in line, it says no flash photography, and people take pictures.
Oh, that drives me
Why are
nuts.
you doing that? This is against the rule.
Here's the thing though, with taking photographs. 98% of the time, your photos should not have a flash. It drives me kind of a little crazy when I see people using Whoa, Erica. Oh, yeah. Oh, you don't even know what I'm going to say. When people are out taking photographs and they have their flash on, I know, I'm looking at them that photo's not going to look good. No photos look good with on-camera flashes. They all look terrible. But even when you get into, professional photography realm, I'm not a fan of flash shooting. Anyway, usually you don't need the flash. So anyways, yes, when people use their flashes inside rides, it drives me crazy. For one, it's annoying to everybody else, and two, your photo's not going to turn out very well. It's not going to look good.
There's a person in Haunted Mansion, and it had stopped the ride because I think someone was getting on in a wheelchair or something, and the person kept on flashing the photo, so you could see everything.
Let me just point out, this show is 21 minutes long.
I cannot stand about Disneyland. Is people that complain about Disneyland.
That would be you.
I don't complain about Disneyland.
You complain about prices.
Prices, yes. That's a different. That's not the people.
Well, it's
people are oblivious.
People that should not go.
Going to have fun.
It used to bother me when people would make when they'd scream on a ride because I was I want to listen to the ride, but now I like it. I like hearing people.
Well, yeah, but not an overly scream where you're screaming throughout the whole entire.
The whole time.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Hiya, drivers. This is Dusty, the Autopia car. For a safe drive, remember to stay seated with your seatbelt fastened, keeping your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside. And be sure to watch your kids. To make us go, just push your foot down on the pedal. To stop, take your foot off the pedal. For your safety and the safety of other drivers, remember to keep at least one car length between you and the car in front of you. And please, do not bump other cars or stop on the track. Thanks. I'll see you on the road.